Hi guys, this is Advanced Music Theory, Lesson 5 exercises. So today we're going to work on some chord construction. So in the previous examples we've done chord identification. That is, we were given a chord on the staff and we were asked to label it. This time we're going to do it the other way around. This time we're going to have a chord labeled for us and we're going to have to build it in the staff by changing the accidentals of each node to make the right intervallic relationship to make the right chord. So we're going to do this in musictheory.net, and we're going to go to the exercises. We're going to go to chord construction. So yeah, we're doing this a little bit kind of like the opposite direction that we did it before. So we are going to go to the settings first just to see if we can change the settings. Let's do treble clef. You can do it in a different clef if it suits you. If you're more comfortable with your own instrument clef. I'm gonna stick to the treble clef. Let's keep this range. I don't necessarily need it to be bigger than that. Let's look at the key signatures. So let's not go crazy with the key signatures. That way we're forced to put a lot of accidentals to make it work, just so that you guys get a feel for it. So we're actually going to remove them all. Let's just do natural so that we're forced to put accidentals next to the notes, just like in the exercises, like in the lesson, I mean. Let's take a look at chords. So I want to just go to only the ones that we covered this week, which are the augmented 7, augmented major 7, minor major. Those are the three. Okay, so let's work on those. Let's not do any inversions. Let's keep them in root position. And we're going to do quality only, meaning what type of chord it is. We're not going to need to do the root and the symbol. Let's start with this. Okay, so we are given an augmented major 7th chord, and this is the root of this augmented major 7th that has been given to us is A. So 2 ledger lines below the staff. So our next note is C. Now, for the augmented major, we need to start with an augmented triad. So the augmented triad is major 3rd first, and then another major 3rd or an augmented 5th from the root. So major 3rd, or augmented 5th. That's going to kind of help us go along the way. So from A natural to C, to get a major 3rd, we need C sharp, because A natural to C natural is only a minor 3rd. And I'm actually going to pull up the pop-up keywords so you guys can see this. So we start in A natural. And to make a major 3rd, we have to go to C sharp. So major 3rd is 4 semitones, remember? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 semitones, or major 3rd, that gives us C sharp. So let's go ahead and make C sharp. Okay, next note is E. We have to make an augmented 5th. So we have to go above the perfect 5th from A. Now, A to E natural is a perfect 5th. So we need to raise E by a half step. Remember, since we have E on the staff, we can't just go ahead and go to F natural. We need to raise E by a half step with accidentals. So that's going to give us E sharp. So that E sharp, this is different. It's an enharmonic spelling that's different from F natural, but it's the same pitch. If you can hear, it's E sharp. So we're going to make that E sharp. So we have our augmented triad at the bottom, and now we have to make a major 7th on top. So a major seventh is going to be the leading tone of the scale. So we have G, but G natural is not the leading tone of A because, wait, so yeah, G, A. G natural is a whole step below A. So that's not the leading tone. So in order to make it major seventh, it has to be the leading tone. That means that we need to make G sharp. That should do it. Let's submit the answer and see if we get a green light. Cool, that worked out. So let's do augmented seventh. Augmented seventh, it's going to be an augmented triad at the bottom and a minor seventh on top. So we're given A as the root. So based on the previous example, we already had an augmented triad. So we know that for in order to make an augmented triad, we have to go from A natural to C sharp. And we have to go to E sharp as well. That's our augmented triad. So let's listen. That's our augmented triad. And now, before to make it augmented major, we had to make the major seventh on top, which was C sharp. But now, because we have a minor seventh for this chord, we can just keep it as natural and it will work. So let's listen to that. That's gonna be our augmented seventh chord. So let's try it out now and submit the answer. And make sure that I didn't make any mistakes. That should be good. We should get a green light. Sweet. Okay, so we are now given a minor major seventh in C. So this is our root, C. This is gonna be C minor major seven. So let's remember the rule for the minor major. The minor major is going to have a minor triad at the bottom and the major seventh on top. So let's build a minor triad first. So from C natural, the minor triad is going to be E, and we need to make that E flat to make a minor third from C natural. And G natural, we need a perfect fifth here. And that's going to be our minor triad. So G natural is our perfect fifth above C. Let's take a look to make sure that that works out. C natural, E flat, that's our minor third, and then G natural. That's our minor triad. And now for the major seventh, we have B, and in order to be major seventh, it needs to be the leading tone, and the leading tone needs to be a half step away from the next C of the next octave. So if we go to B natural, we can see that it's already a half step apart from C natural. And this C is the next octave above. It would be written here on the staff. This C down here is C4, it's middle C. So just keep that in mind. So so this B natural is major seventh above middle C, which is the one that's written here, but it's also the leading tone because it's a half step below the next C. Okay, so we don't need to do anything to that B. That B is gonna stay natural. So we should now have E flat, G, B natural, and that also sounds like the minor major seventh sound to me. So that should work out. Let's submit our answer. Great. Let's do one more. So augmented major seventh, we're given the root of C, which means this is going to be a C augmented major seventh. So the rule for augmented major seventh is an augmented triad and a major seventh on top. So we do this quickly. C augmented major is going to have a major third, which we already have between C and E natural. And then the G natural is going to give us a perfect fifth from C. To make it augmented, we need to make it G sharp. So we have now C, E, G sharp. That's an augmented triad. And finally, we have a B. To make it a major seventh from C, it has to be the leading tone, which B natural is already the leading tone of C. It's also a major seventh from the root, which is actually, in this case, this is technically C5. This is not middle C anymore. This is actually technically here. So that's that B, which is the leading tone of that C. So just want to make sure I'm very, very specific about the octaves because I don't want that to be some confusion. So anyway, we're now going to stay with C natural since we know that that's a major seventh, and that should do the trick. Cool. All right, so I hope that kind of makes it clear how to build these chords. Just remember to practice this a lot. The more you practice this, the better you're gonna get, and the more sense it's gonna make. And when you're practicing this at home, if you have the time and you feel like you want to really challenge yourself, do the exercise with not only these 3 seventh chords that we worked on this week, but with the ones from last week as well. That way you have a bigger range of chords to work with. And you can even try with major and minor triads as well. Although those by now should be pretty easy for most of you. But anyway, you can never practice this enough. All right, we'll see you guys in another video. Bye.